There is a moment in every life where the tides shift, where the winds of destiny begin to blow, not gently, but like a holy storm across the landscape of your soul. And you must listen closely now, because I am not speaking of ordinary events. I am speaking of divine appointments, moments when heaven breaks open over your life and pours out things you couldn't earn, didn't expect, and could never explain. God's about to blow your mind, and the only thing standing between you and that miracle is belief. You have wandered through valleys. You have stared at ceilings in the quiet hours of the night, asking questions that came back with no answers. You've prayed prayers that seemed to hit a wall. And you've walked roads that felt longer than your strength could carry you. But I came to tell you this, all of it. Every tear, every sleepless night, every closed door was preparation. Every delay was design. Every setback was set up. God does not abandon. God arranges. When the soil looks dead, that's when the seed is doing its deepest work. When the womb of your life feels barren, that's when God is forming the miracle in silence. You see, we think nothing is happening, but heaven is busy. Your prayers, your hope, your endurance, they are not in vain. They are currency. They are building interest in a supernatural bank account, and it is nearing the day of release. God is not preparing the blessing for you. He's preparing you for the blessing. Don't judge your future by your present condition. Don't let today define the rest of your days. You may be looking around at your circumstances saying, "This doesn't look like favor." But faith has never needed evidence. Faith doesn't ask the environment for permission. Faith speaks in deserts and commands rain. Faith stands in prison cells and sings freedom songs. Faith looks at giants and says, "You're big, but my God is bigger." There is something about believing beyond what your eyes can see that triggers the power of heaven. You don't need a sign. You are the sign. You don't need a miracle. You are walking into the miracle. There's something in you that even hell couldn't stop. There's something in you that hardship couldn't break. There's something in you that betrayal couldn't kill. That's the thing God is about to breathe on. That's what He's about to multiply. And let me tell you this, God never does anything small. He doesn't show up with teaspoons of favor. He floods. He doesn't knock politely. He breaks down the door with glory. When God moves, it leaves you speechless. You'll say, "How did this happen?" And the only answer will be, God did it. You won't be able to take the credit. You won't be able to explain the timing. People will say, "You were just struggling. How did this come so fast?" And all you'll be able to do is smile, because when God turns the page, your story accelerates. People will look at you and say, "I thought you were finished." But they didn't know you served the author of resurrection. They didn't know your life was still being written. You see, others gave up on you. Some of them even walked away from you. They said you were too broken, too far behind. But God, when God writes a chapter, He doesn't consult with your critics. He consults with His promise. And that promise has never lied. Some of you are about to receive things you didn't apply for. You're about to step into rooms you didn't qualify for. Why? Because you endured the breaking season. You didn't curse the silence. You didn't fold under pressure. You stayed when others fled. And let me tell you, heaven keeps score. You thought no one saw the late nights, the sacrifices, the tears, the work behind the scenes. But God saw it all, and He remembers. He remembers the time you sowed when you had nothing left. He remembers when you gave someone else a word of encouragement while your heart was breaking. He remembers the moments when you chose integrity over popularity, obedience over comfort, faith over fear. And now reward is coming. See, the enemy tried to discourage you because he knew what was coming. He tried to confuse you, distract you, depress you, but you didn't quit. And that was the test. The battle was never about what you lost. It was about what you were going to gain. The enemy only attacks what he fears. And you, my friend, are dangerous. God is not just preparing to bless you. He's preparing to use you. The favor that's about to hit your life is not just for you. It's for the people connected to your name. There are destinies tied to your breakthrough. There are generations attached to your obedience. That's why the fight was so hard. That's why the waiting felt endless. It wasn't just about you. It was about the legacy coming through you. When God shows up, He doesn't just change your situation. He changes your identity. He takes shepherd boys and turns them into kings. He takes barren women and births nations. He takes prisoners and makes them rulers. He takes broken people and makes them blessings. So stop thinking you're disqualified. Stop thinking you're too late. Stop thinking you missed it. You can't miss what's appointed. You can't lose what heaven has declared over your life. I need you to hear me with your spirit now. God is not just bringing restoration. He's bringing compensation. He's not just giving you back what you lost. He's adding interest. He's not just healing the wound. He's using the scar as a testimony. He's not just opening a door. He's building a palace. And when it happens, it will be so big, so sudden, so undeniable, that even your enemies will have to admit it had to be God. You're standing at the edge of something supernatural. This isn't hype, it's heaven. You've been faithful with little, and now the increase is coming. You've been consistent in secret, and now the reward will be public. You've been walking through shadows, and now the light is about to break through. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And that when is sooner than you think. You don't have to manipulate it. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to beg for it. What's for you is already yours. It's not in your hands yet, but it's in your future. And it's moving toward you like a wave about to crash. Stay in position. Stay in alignment. Stay ready. Because what's coming will not wait for your hesitation. It will demand your boldness. It will require your faith. It will stretch your capacity. And yes, it will blow your mind. Because that's how God moves. Suddenly, powerfully, undeniably. He specializes in the impossible. He walks on water. He opens seas. He sends fire from heaven. He raises the dead. He multiplies lack into abundance. And when He does it in your life, it will not be according to man's schedule. It will be according to His word. So hold your head high. Dry your tears. Strengthen your posture, because the delay is over. The heavens are opening. The angels are moving. The wind is shifting. The gates are unlocking. The favor is falling. And what's about to hit your life will not just change your circumstances. It will change your existence. You're not just about to be blessed. You're about to be undeniable, because God, yes, God, is about to blow your mind. And when it begins, you won't even have time to adjust. It'll move fast, too fast for doubt to keep up, too strong for fear to restrain it. Doors will open you didn't knock on. People you never met will mention your name in rooms you've never stepped foot in. Opportunities will land in your lap that others strived years to receive. And you'll sit there in awe, not because you're lucky, but because you were aligned. You see, the blessing doesn't chase noise, it chases obedience. And while the world was distracted with performance, you were building character. While others competed, you committed. While others wanted spotlight, you stayed in the secret place. And that's what God responds to. Quiet faith, steady hands, a pure heart. You thought no one noticed, but the one who matters did. Now the time of hiddenness is ending. The season of obscurity is lifting. The clouds are breaking. You're about to be seen, but not for your glory, for His. Everything you've survived, everything you've overcome, everything you've learned, it's all coming together like puzzle pieces snapping into place. The picture is forming now, and it is more beautiful than you imagined, more complete, more majestic. And some people won't understand it. That's okay. They weren't supposed to. What God is about to do in your life isn't explainable. It's evidence. Evidence of grace. Evidence of favor. Evidence that there is a hand on your life that no one can erase. You're going to walk into rooms where your name is already honored. You're going to step into roles where your anointing fits perfectly. No striving, no forcing, just divine synchronization. It's not that you're better than anyone. It's that you believed. When doubt tried to choke you, you believed. When everything fell apart, you believed. And now heaven is rewarding that belief. Not with small signs, not with little hints, but with open display. It'll be so obvious that even your past will praise Him. Even your pain will start to make sense. Even your enemies will sit back and whisper, "Only God could do that." Because they saw you in the struggle. They saw you in the fire. They saw you at rock bottom. But what they didn't see was how you kept walking, how you kept trusting, how you kept speaking life when death surrounded you. And now, God is going to prepare a table for you in front of them, not to shame them, but to show them that when He places His hand on someone, no weapon can prosper. So let this fire rise inside you now. Let hope swell again. Let your faith become fierce again. You don't need to see how. It's already written. The outcome is already settled. The plan is already in motion. Angels are already assigned. Resources are already positioned. People are already moved into place. All you have to do is walk into it. This is your moment of becoming. You are no longer who you were. You have outgrown the shell of your old self. You have walked through too much to return to small thinking, the mindset of lack, of fear, of limitation. It cannot follow you here, not where God is taking you. That mindset has expired. Your new life requires a new vision. And with that vision, you will not just see different. You will move different. You will speak with authority. You will make decisions from a place of peace, not panic. You will no longer beg for permission. You will walk in the permission already given to you by heaven. That's what happens when God lifts the veil. You stop questioning your value. You stop shrinking. You stop apologizing for favor. You stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Because now you know who you are. You know who walks with you. And when you carry that awareness, you stop chasing things that aren't meant for you. You stop forcing doors that God never opened. You stop wasting energy trying to prove yourself. You just move in purpose, quietly, boldly, consistently, and the world takes notice. What's coming is not just influence, it's impact. You're about to touch lives you never imagined. You're about to carry healing in your words, wisdom in your silence, peace in your presence. People will encounter you and leave different, not because of you, but because of the one who works through you. That's the kind of transformation God is about to unleash. And still, it won't make sense to the natural mind, because your credentials won't match your elevation. Your history won't match your platform. But that's how God moves. He qualifies the called. He promotes the humble. He lifts the rejected. He uses the overlooked. That's why you had to be hidden for so long, so that no one could take the credit when your name is called. You're about to stand where you were told you'd never reach. You're about to own what you once only dreamed of. And this isn't fantasy. It's fulfillment. Fulfillment of promises spoken over your life before you were even born. Promises that endured storms, delays, detours. But not one word of them has expired. They are alive, and they are active now. And if you can just hold the line, if you can just keep your heart open, God will take the next step, and then the next, and the next. All you have to do is stay surrendered, stay faithful, stay expectant. Because what you're walking into isn't just a season, it's a supernatural shift, and that shift is going to change everything. So now I leave you with this: prepare yourself. Prepare your heart. Prepare your hands. Because when God moves, He doesn't check your calendar, He checks your readiness. The moment is coming, and it will not knock softly. It will break in like a flood. It will lift you higher than logic can follow. And when it does, you must not hesitate. You must not question whether you are worthy. You must not shrink back into the comfort of who you used to be. Instead, stand tall. Stand ready. Stand with the quiet authority of someone who knows that the waiting was not wasted, knows that the pain had a purpose, knows that the God who formed the stars has also been forming you. And when the mind-blowing, soul-shaking move of God hits your life, you will not be surprised. You'll just smile, because you'll remember this moment. And you'll say, "This is exactly what I was waiting for." And the world will finally see what heaven always knew: you were born for this.